What's up, everyone? This is Don Chenz, and I am here with a very, very good friend, who's newly engaged.
Thank you.
His name is Rahmi Halaby. He is the CEO of Linden Ave Studio, the presenting sponsor of Don Chenz Makes Friends.
There we go.
And so Rahmi and I think the last 2 or 3 years, we've always talked about we should do some type of Grammys. I feel like during COVID, we were going to do that the one time when we were doing Savory Sounds.
I was trying to remember, did we actually do it?
No, we were like going to, and then I said I was done. Like I didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been like 2 years in a row that we didn't do when we wanted to. So now we're doing it. The Grammy nominations just came out, and we are going to, and me and Rahmi over text tend to get in arguments all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is honestly just easier than sending like a 3-page text.
And it's annoying because I can't like stop myself. Like I'm like, oh, I got something to do, but and I just start like sending you 100. I get so mad. So I was just like, all right, it's better to just do this. I'd rather do this on video every time. Like the second we start, just be like, shh, don't say anything, and then I'll just send you a link and we could do it like this.
Yeah, because I was in the last night. I was like, oh, I'm getting heated. I was like,
yeah, it would definitely save us like probably 30 minutes to do it this way every time.
Yeah.
Instead of sending long I'm notorious for sending long text messages though, so you bear the brunt of that a lot. So we are going to, I think the order we're going to go in, I think we're going to focus on the rap categories first, then do the more broader categories like song, record, album of the year, best new artist. Take a look at the R&B categories and maybe any other ones that Rahmi has a note on, or just give our opinions on everything. But the first thing I need to ask is, do you actually care about the Grammys? And the answer has to be yes if we're doing this.
Well, it's more nuanced than that. I used to say yes, and then I was like, I just had to emotionally check out. And so then I emotionally checked out, and this year I saw the list come out, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to look at it. And then I got a text from Vinny, yo, we should. So then I looked at it, and now I'm back in, and I'm pissed again.
So it always makes you pissed. But the problem is, I feel like you got to set the expectations, right? That the certain people that are going to get in every time, and the certain people that just aren't, just based on, kind of the way.
It's like my coach used to always tell the refs, I don't want perfection. I just want consistency.
Yeah, I think it's because what you're saying, like everyone gets mad every year, so then they try to correct it the next year, and they don't know how to correct it, so they just screw it up a different way.
Yeah, it's just let me know where we're at, and if that's the rules we're going by, I'll stick with them.
And actually, I could think of an example right now that we'll probably get to pretty soon that kind of shows that. But let's just start it off right away. So, do we want to do? Let's do best rap album first. I feel like that's the one I care about the most.
Yeah.
That's the one I have the strongest opinions on. So do you want to start off talking shit about DJ Khaled, or should I start off talking shit about DJ Khaled?
You know what? That's probably the one you need to vent first.
Dude, fuck this guy. He is not. First of all, he talks shit about my guy, so that's where most of this stems from. He is not talented. He's a talented marketer. I take that back. He's a talented marketer. He doesn't make the songs. He barely produces the songs. He just pays everyone for big features, and then nobody wants to give him their best songs anymore, except Drake. Drake's the only one who sometimes will give him a good song, but the rest of them just give them weak verses, weak songs. He got one good Jay-Z verse. He's running around jerking himself off and is super pumped, and he gets nominated. No, how many times did you listen to that album?
Not much, but 0. I will say
no one listened to that album.
This is probably my favorite DJ Khaled album in a while. I listened to it like 3-4 times.
I can't say I boycotted. I boycotted DJ Khaled music.
I know you didn't.
Except for the pop star music video. And I'm the one. I'm the one. Well, that's what me and my friends do to pregame. We just put on the pop star music video.
Oh,
okay. Like it's the Drake song, but then it's Justin Bieber pretending
he's Drake.
Yeah. So besides for that, and I'm the one, I don't want to listen to DJ Khaled.
The one is the most garbage song of all time. I can't stand it.
Really, dude? No.
No, but I mean, he puts a bunch of heavy hitters on a song, it's going to get nominated. It's just the world we live in. See, that's what I've come to just settle with.
Yeah, but like it's not good, dude. It's
that's
like
not my beef though. My beef is Jack.
Yeah.
I cursed this motherfucking Harlow. I am so angry. I am just so angry. It's just like dude. It's what are we doing here?
So that was gonna be the next thing. That was the other one I have beef with. Most people have beef with that album. So like, dude, did you see I got in a Twitter argument with a random person about this?
No.
I just responded to some like complex tweet, and then some kid started coming after me, and I was an idiot and started arguing with him. And we were arguing about like, because I said that album flopped. Like that album had high expectations. I like Jack Harlow. I still do. And there's a few songs on the album that are good, but that album flopped. And it flopped because everyone had high expectations for this is his big album, and then it was disappointing, like it wasn't good. So like I'm not an album sales matters person. Like this person outsold that guy. I don't give a shit. But in this scenario, that shows that people were disappointed. Like, regardless of how big of a star, like the number you get to is how big of a star you are. But if you should have gotten this and you got like half that, that's an indication that everyone, like people did not like the album.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the labels are pretty good. They can do a pretty good job of guessing about where you're going to land. But my issue is just honestly like, do you remember in like, I don't know, what was it, like 2004, 2005, when like Usher found Justin Bieber and they're like, we're going to stick this little white kid everywhere. And it just seems like the same thing to me. It seems like they just like found this little white kid from Kentucky and they're going to like, we're going to make this kid a star. Like, why did I watch Jack Harlow perform on College Game Day in like, not even in Kentucky? Like, it was just, he was singing his song. No one in the crowd knew the words. Like, it's just a bunch of money behind him, and they're going to stick him anywhere they can to do his little dance and perform his little song.
It's money, and he comes off more family friendly. I think, you know what, I was watching it.
Well, I mean, don't get me into the white rappers are the safe ones.
Well, what I was going to say was I just watched Lil Yachty did an interview with the Nelk Boys, and he said that was his thing. Lil Yachty was saying when he first came out that he was more like brand friendly than other artists. Like he was getting Sprite deals, this deal, that deal. So
Chance the Rapper, another one.
Yeah. So I mean, those are examples of like black rappers getting that kind of treatment. So I mean, but him being white definitely obviously was my biggest question.
My issue isn't even with his race. My issue is just
the album wasn't good. His last album was way better. His album before that was.
I have not listened to a Jack Harlow album.
No. I promise you the album before, and I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head, the album's like legitimately good. The new one is not good. And you can't have an album be nominated when the best song is because of a Drake feature. Like you can't be like the highlight of the album is the Drake song.
Well, what's the First Class?
Yeah, it's called First Class.
That was my other issue was, I mean, they took a very it's a cheat code whenever you take a very popular song and then just hook over it.
That song's also not good. That was one of the most forcing you to like that songs ever.
And that's my issue with Jack Harlow. But let's get to
wait, well, last thing. My number one question though about Jack Harlow is if and when he wins, is he gonna send a text to Kendrick like Macklemore did when he won? And how pissed is Kendrick going to be that white boys keep stealing his best album wins
well,
every time?
If and when he wins, he's going to push. I do not want Pusha T after me. There's more in my I do not, like, forget Kendrick. I don't even want Future after me. Like, I don't.
Yeah. All right. So the people nominated is God did DJ Khaled, Come Home the Kids Miss You, Jack Harlow, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Kendrick Lamar, It's Almost Dry, Pusha T, and I Never Liked You by Future. So I should have probably said that in the beginning. We're going to basically do who do you think is going to win? Who do you think should win? So like who would you choose? And then anyone you would like snubs that you would replace.
I have a 15 album snub list.
Yeah. But dude, the albums you pick I'm gonna be annoyed by, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
All right, let me hear it.
All right.
I want to hear that first.
Snub list right now, or do you want?
I want your snub list first, because that's gonna trigger me the most.
All right. So first of all, JID had the album of the year. I don't think that's a.
I wouldn't say that, but that was on my list of a snub.
That's my number one snub. I think Radar. We'll get to it. I think Radar should have been Song of the Year. I think JID should have Album of the Year. I have Smino. That one you can give me a little pushback.
That's up your alley. That's not as much up mine. I like that.
Features this year though. He's got big features. Like there was some money behind that. There was a J. Cole verse. Like they put money behind that Smino album. Gibbs, I have Gibbs back there.
Yes, Gibbs was on mine. I knew you said that. You like the Gibbs album more than I did, but I like the Gibbs album. Joey Badass's album was okay. My number one snub was Vince Staples. Ramona.
I have Vince Staples on my list here.
I love that album. I also it shouldn't factor, but Vince Staples' album before that, which I think was like self-titled album, was not good, and I think he recognized that, and he very quickly put out another album. It was probably his best album ever, which at some level I respect the hell out of that. But that was my number one snub.
This is the one you're gonna push. I have Black Thought, but
no, I don't push back on that. I love Black Thought's like arguably the best rapper.
I mean, he's already got a Grammy. You got to let the peasants get something.
No, I love Black Thought. I will not hate on that at all.
Conway,
you know, I'm wearing a West Side Gun
there you go.
Right now, so
I would have said West Side Gun, but I'm not sure what the timeline falls in.
Yeah, like, I was thinking that too. Like I didn't look up
on the same day.
Yeah, I didn't look up where the 2020 because there's some albums at the end of 21 that count. Like I don't know where that
was like. Is. We'll get to it, but some girl named Brandy released an album in October of 2021.
Yeah, that shouldn't count.
Yeah, and also the Adele album is November of 2021, but
yeah, they should just
might be after the Grammy nom list came out. Like that makes sense to me. Yeah, November, but
that has to be what it is. But I don't get why they can't you just figure it out at like the end of December? You know,
like that doesn't make sense to me. But the other ones I have Saba.
That's like another one that,
I have Red Veil.
Yes.
I have Red Veil.
Yes. That is it. Learn to Swim, right? That's the title. Learn to Swim is the title. I believe. Yes, that's high on my list as well for sure.
I have Earth Gang.
Nah.
No. Earth Gang, another one that was like they're coming out. They're signing Cole. They had some big features.
Nah.
They've been working for a while.
I like Earth Gang, but nah. Just it's not top 5.
Earl.
Yes, that my biggest Vince Staples, Sick by Earl, Red Veil, Learn to Swim, and I wouldn't pick this, but I'm surprised the Gunna album didn't get in. My guess would be because he's in jail, but
he's nominated for some shit.
He's nominated for something else, for songs. Yeah. But
and then the other one I have is Currency and the Alchemist. Currency's been dropping mixtape heat for 15 years. Give that man a nom.
I mean, Alchemist should get something because he's the best producer right now.
That too.
But yeah, so we're similar. You said all my snubs. You said like my biggest ones: Vince Staples, Gunna, Freddie Gibbs, Earl, Red Veil. Those are like
my biggest one is JID. I really think JID.
And JID. And like I obviously would name like Conway's album, like West Side Gun's newest album, but I just know those have no chance. So I just
those have no chance. Yeah, exactly. I had a couple others that I just was like, these have no chance. But
yeah,
like I would even put the Rome Streets album in there. But
Rome Streets album would be up there too, yes, for sure. But that's not. Yeah, can you imagine?
Rome Streets. But then what kind of throws me for a curveball is like they put Gibbs they threw Gibbs in there.
What do you mean, like last time?
Yeah.
And
so I was like, okay, what are we doing here?
Gibbs is big now. Gibbs, I feel like big.
Before the Grammy nom?
Yeah.
I was shocked to see Gibbs on that list.
No, I wasn't. Because he should have made it for Bandana, but then he didn't. So
I would have been shocked for that too. I don't know. It doesn't seem I digress.
So I'm gonna say who I think. I think
Jack Harlow will win.
Yeah, I think no, actually, I don't know if I think Jack Harlow will win. I think Kendrick's gonna win.
Really?
I think Kendrick is gonna win. I think Pusha T should win.
I think Jack Harlow's gonna win. I think Pusha T should win.
Yeah. I think what's it called song that was the singles like song of the year still. Imaginary players ain't been coached for. I don't know why I'm like blanking.
Also, that Future album was a banger, though. I will say that.
Dude, that Future album didn't do it for me. I don't
really?
like.
I like the Future album a lot.
I try. I'm like, I like all the Future albums that aren't the consensus popular ones. Like my favorite Future albums are like the one like when he went on his run from 15 to 17. Like I liked all the ones after that, but then before this newest one. Like I don't know why that was the era of Future as my favorite.
But I really liked this Future album. I did.
So last thing before we move on, going back to the snubs. So the other things I saw like in the news on snubs was Denzel Curry complained. A lot of people feel like his album could have made it. That's probably where it stemmed from, but he basically said everyone besides for Kendrick and Pusha shouldn't be on there, which is kind of crazy that he basically dissed Future.
He also had a solid list of people who should be on there.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I saw, I was trying to look up who everyone else thought were snubs, and I kept seeing Megan Thee Stallion out. Dude, shut up.
I saw her album listed.
Megan Thee Stallion, dude. People don't. She's the same thing. Stop trying to force me to be. I'm a bad bitch. I mean, I don't need to listen to every second. No one listens to every second. That album wasn't good.
Not the demo. There's a couple other.
Nah, dude. Like I hate someone who's like I hate Lizzo. As like a person, I find her annoying, but like her music isn't like I don't feel is forced on me. I feel like she makes good music. Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like is forced on me, and I don't like hate Megan Thee Stallion like that as much. I feel like she gets forced down my throat.
Both of them are forced on me, but
really, Lizzo less so. I think. Yeah, like on every second. It's not good. But I just wanted to get that in. Okay, so let's move on to rap song of the year. The biggest snub. So this is what I wanted to get to when you're saying they keep changing the goalposts. People mad that Nicki Minaj didn't get a nomination. And the reason was because for her song Super Freaky Girl, the reason was because
they moved it to pop, right?
They moved it to pop. And that was like when Tyler the Creator won album of the year for Igor, best album ever made. He didn't complain, but he was like, this really isn't a rap album. Like, why can't black artists be pop? But see, so like this is a great example of them trying to like correct it, but then they're like that. This wasn't really pop. Like that was more of a rap song. You know what I mean? Well, like they don't know when to apply the rules or when not to.
I'm pretty sure like if you go on Apple Music, that song's listed as a rap song.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, it is a rap song. So,
well, then this was my other thing. I mean, because I was looking at some of the other categories, and I was like, well, like. What's the difference between a melodic rap and an R&B?
Yeah, dude, I don't get that. And the melodic people they pick, like there are artists I think of when I think of melodic, like I think of Rod Wave or someone like of that ilk. And they just pick like Future. It's like Future's not like that's not who I think of when I think melodic.
I was like, is some of these categories just seem like they were. Well, is it just like an R&B song with a rap verse? Does that make it like a
yeah, I don't know.
I don't
that category doesn't make sense to me.
So then it's kind of similar with pop because like the Doja Cat song that's nominated for something, we'll get to it. It's a pop song with a rap verse.
Right.
And it's like she's rapping her ass off on that rap verse, but it's a pop song. I don't know. Like if it's like I'm the one that came to mind was like Make Me Better by Neo featuring Fabulous. Like that's an R&B song, but there's a rap verse on it. Like
I always think of melodic as them just being that rap, like the younger generation of artists tend to be like all the ones my little cousin listens to. Like I can't even think like little TJ, Rod Wave, like those types of people. They're like kind of singing, rapping the entire thing.
So then
that's what I think of.
So then applying it to the pop, like that gets a little bit tricky because it's like, well, is the Nicki Minaj song a rap song or is it a pop song with a rap verse?
Yeah. But also,
I don't know where we draw that line.
She also definitely just wants it in rap just because she knows she has a better chance of getting nominated. Whereas if she knew she had a song that would win pop, she would want it to be in pop.
But also, I don't think Nicki Minaj has a Grammy, so like give her whatever is going to put her in the category.
Dude, there's so many artists when they'll like bring up that they don't. Like I think Snoop doesn't have a Grammy.
Really? That's
Like I think I saw that the other. It's like what? Like what do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
crazy.
Leo just got his first Oscar. Like
Okay, so we keep going right into it without giving the noms. So the best rap song noms are Churchill Downs, Jack Harlow featuring Drake.
Get that shit out of here.
I mean, that might be like my favorite song of all of these, if I'm being honest, but it's not because of Jack Harlow. So God Did, DJ Khaled featuring Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, John Legend, and Friday. That should just say Jay-Z's verse on God Did, because that's the only reason why that's on. The Heart Part 5 by Kendrick Lamar, Pushin' P, Gunna and Future featuring Young Thug, Wait For You, Future, Drake, and Thames. I think Wait For You is gonna win.
I think Jack Harlow is about to clean up.
No way. No, dude, they can't. People did not like that album. I think he's not winning. I don't think he's winning anything.
He's about to clean.
Nah, I don't think he's winning anything.
I think Wait For You should win. I think Kendrick. The biggest thing that bothers me about this is Kendrick's album is nominated for Album of the Year, and then the song they choose is the Lucy they dropped before the album.
Yeah, he put it on the deluxe, so I don't know if that.
Was it on the deluxe? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but still,
slapped it on the deluxe.
The Heart Part 5 is my least favorite Heart.
I don't know, because I always get like tripped up by the video. Like the video warps my perception of those songs all the time. You know,
that's
fair, like that's what hypes it up. So like that song should win. I think that song is up for music video of the year, and it should definitely win that.
Yeah, that was a crazy music video.
Like, even though I hate deep fake shit. I don't want to see that. That's when we're fucked once deep fake becomes normal.
Yeah. That's a whole nother
society's so screwed. And every time I see deep fake stuff, I'm like, that shit's not cool. Like, I think Wait For You, Future, because they can't give it to two guys in jail. So the Pushin' P is not going to get it.
So what I was going to say was that'd be sick though. That song shouldn't be nominated. It was popular for like a week. Everyone thought no. That song for a week. Everybody had that shit on Twitter, the little P emoji, and it just went away.
The memes lasted for a while longer.
I feel like people were saying Pushin' P at the barbershop for like.
Dude, me and my friends were just saying everything was P. I remember we were like out skiing in Vermont, just saying everything is P. Or like
for a week, and it went away. It went away. But it would be fire because Gunna and Young Thug should not be in jail, and so it would be fire if they won. But they're not going to.
Imagine they gave a speech from their cell.
Oh, that'd be so hard.
It would be the coolest thing ever. But yeah, they're not going to win. I think because they're in jail.
Yeah,
I think DJ Khaled should honestly go get launched into space. I don't think because here's my reason why I think Jack Harlow's not going to win anything. And it goes back to us saying they're trying to change every year to figure it out. They know they screwed up with the Macklemore year. So I think their biggest concern is going to be doing that again. So they're going to not give Jack Harlow anything.
Money talks.
Nah, I don't think so. I think the Future, although another argument against that one winning is Drake didn't submit any of his songs, any of his music.
Say that.
So maybe that factors in where they're like, fuck Drake.
Also, the other thing is, I mean, I probably talked about the Grammys more when Kendrick got snubbed more than I ever have.
That's true. That is a good counter argument. I could see that. I almost talked myself out of the Future song. I'm still gonna go with it. But if that doesn't win, but see, the Churchill Downs one would be the same thing. Like if that's my logic, that it can't. I think it's Wait For You. If the Drake thing factors into it, I'm going Kendrick. I think that's what'll win.
All right. Yeah, that's not bad.
All right. Best rap performance, which I don't truly understand what performance means. Like,
so I looked this up.
Yeah.
So what I looked this up. Rap performance is supposed to be them how well they rapped on the song.
That's what I always think, but I'm like, that can't be. Okay.
And then rap song is supposed to be the overall song.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay.
Now it's ready to go to war.
All right. Best rap performance. God Did, because of the Jay-Z verse, which is why it might win, because everyone
should win.
Yeah. That Jay-Z verse is going to be why. If it wins, that's why. Vegas by Doja Cat. Why is that in there? Pushin P.
She was rapping her ass off. I gotta kind of give it to her. She was rapping on that.
Yeah,
it's
but
a pop
like,
song. She was rapping.
Yeah, that's more so what
it's a pop song. But
yeah. FNF by Hit Kid and Glorilla, and then the Heart Part 5 by Kendrick.
I was listening. The FNF song. I was like, that can't be the song I'm thinking it is. It was the song I'm thinking it is. I was like, there's no way they put that in best rap performance. This should be the Backpackers category.
This should be like Black Thought and Conway and Benny the Butcher and like Freddie Gibbs.
This should be the Backpackers category. Just give us one. I would shut the hell up. I would not talk about a rap album. I would not talk about a rap song. Just give me one.
Yeah, even if they just gave us like 4 of those and then Jay-Z wins every year, like that's fine.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
We'll be cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just recognize, like, that's the opportunity to recognize those types of artists. So it's very exciting, you know?
And
so I mean, the people we were saying, like, that's like, pick your favorite Black Thought song, my favorite Conway song. Like, that's what I don't know, like, but that's the thing. I don't get like how this Glorilla song made it. Like, is it that popular?
It's a very popular song. Yeah, very popular song. And honestly, that shit kind of bangs too. But they're barely rapping on that.
Yeah. I think this is gonna go to Kendrick.
So my beef with this is I would have liked Kendrick to get. I think Kendrick's gonna get. You kind of convinced me. Rap. They can't have Kendrick go home empty-handed. I think he's gonna get rap song. This, I feel like best rap performance should have been "We Cry Together" by Kendrick.
That would be a good choice. But I think it's just like I think it's just because he makes the heart songs, like, he makes it a moment, so then that kind of takes over the performance aspect, you know, with the video and like how he made that like the first single. So I feel like that is why it overshadows like any of the songs that were like originally on the actual album. But that would be a good choice. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Cry Together. But I think Jay-Z is gonna win, and Jay-Z should win.
I think Kendrick should win, but I might say I would not be surprised if Jay-Z win. If it's funny, it's a DJ Khaled song. Like, I can't see DJ Khaled if DJ Khaled accepts this song when he has 0 performance on this entire, like, I'll lose my mind. I can't see that guy celebrating. Dude, he's such a piece of shit. I hate him so much. Oh my god, he's the worst. Okay, and then last rap category, best melodic rap performance. Like, Beautiful, DJ Khaled featuring Future and SZA. Wait for You, Future, Drake and Thames. First Class by Jack Harlow. Die Hard, Kendrick Lamar featuring Blast and Amanda Reefer, if I'm saying that right. And then Big Energy by Lotto. But dude, talk about someone getting like trying to force me to like them. No, you can't convince me people like Lotto.
I mean, I don't know a Lotto song, but she was on the Joe Budden podcast one day and she was cool.
I'm sure she's cool. I don't, but everyone tells me she's huge. I haven't heard one song.
If Lotto gets a Grammy before Nicki Minaj,
yeah, that'd be crazy.
I hope Nicki snubbed her. They should all snub her. But
I think if Jack Harlow's winning anything, it's this one.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is the song. I could see. I mean, it is the Jack Harlow Awards. The man's gonna clean up, and this. I feel like First Class gotta win something, but give it to my guy Blast.
I would like Blast is one of my favorite artists. Like, right now for sure, but that's who I'd want to win. But I think Jack Harlow's taking this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I could see that
because they also they picked not the Kendrick song that was getting all the other noms. They picked not the DJ Khaled song that's getting all the noms. Lotto like just randomly gets in there. Like, that is set up, I think, just for Jack Harlow to get.
No, that's a good point.
So that's who I think that's the only one he's taking home. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else on just our favorite albums? I thought this was actually a pretty weak year of albums when I looked back at my list.
Rap specifically. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't massive. Like, there wasn't any like crazy wasn't any crazy albums. You're right.
Yeah, I think, and they're not going to make the cut, but SZA and Don Toliver are dropping albums soon. I think that's going to save this year, even though you can argue whether like those are rap. But, huh?
I saw SZA. I didn't see Don Toliver.
Don Toliver, I think, might be tomorrow, which it will be out by the time I put this out, probably. So it might be.
Is this album tomorrow?
No, SZA album's December. I'm gonna but that's an album that if it disappoints me, like I'm gonna cry, because Control's one of my favorite albums ever. That if that doesn't live up to my expectations, I'm like gonna be so disappointed. Especially waiting like almost a decade. You know?
Yeah, literally.
The album was 2016, so we're like, yeah, like at least half a decade.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.